In just under 9 months, William Ruto has become very unpopular to a point that even children are now singing Ruto must go in their neighborhoods as they play. Have a look at these clips before we continue. That's how unpopular William Ruto has become in just under 9 months. Total rejection. When the children start singing, Ruto must go as they play, that alone signifies how the country's top leadership is very, very unpopular. And the truth be said, William Ruto has done all the wrong things. If you check at William Ruto's manifesto when he was campaigning and what he's doing as the president, he's doing the exact opposite of what he did promise Kenyans. So Ruto has come out as a lying president. And interestingly enough, even now as the president, he's still talking on how he defeated Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga, on how people ganged against him, on how he inherited empty coffers. Instead of taking the bull by the horns in addressing what Kenyans are raising, he's still blaming the previous regime, which he was also part of. If you look at the leaders Ruto has appointed in his government, and this is why I keep on repeating in my videos that even if given time, he'll never get it right. If you look at the individuals he has appointed in his government, who should help him in pushing the government's agenda, they are all coming out as people who are not sober. Look at Moses Kuria, for example, Linturi, Aisha Juma. Just look, in fact, a whooping majority of them, if not 99% of them, are people who are accused of corruption, or one case or the other, by the previous regimes. So they are not people who can be trusted to deliver. And those are the people William Ruto is relying on to push the government ahead, rather to bring development. I honestly believe that if William Ruto was wise enough, he ought to have appointed professionals who can help him push the country ahead, because it's coming out very clearly that William Ruto is good when it comes to playing politics, but in terms of real development, that's zero. So he ought to have appointed professionals who are very serious, who understands what they should do, not just other politicians like him who don't understand anything, but just playing politics as they take Kenyans in circles. Why is it that William Ruto has lost popularity within that very short time? The first reason I've already explained, he's doing the exact opposite of what he promised to Kenyans. And then again, William Ruto talks too much. And also I keep on repeating here that if his advisors are listening to me, a leader in the stage of a president, you should not just be talking aimlessly. A leader, you should take your time to study things before you talk. William Ruto is very emotional, and anytime anything happens, he always comes out very, very fast to comment on the issues. And that is something that has been working against William Ruto even before he became the president. We can still remember years back during Anne Waiguru's time at NYS, where there was a scandal. He came out very fast to defend Anne Waiguru. Later, it was established that indeed there was some corruption that happened in that docket. He defended Anne Waiguru and said that only 7 billion could not be accounted. It was later established that over 20 billion could not be accounted during that time, and also during the Aror and Kimware dams. So Ruto should learn to speak less. He should only speak when necessary. Another reason that can explain why Ruto is this unpopular, it might be true, and I suspect it's true, Ruto never won last year's August presidential election. He is somebody who was just imposed onto the people. And because of that, the ground has not changed. A whopping majority of Kenyans who never voted for him, they still hate him. They say this is a man who never won, a man who imposed himself, forced himself on us. So that divide is still there. Those who rejected him, who are the majority, still hate him. And also those who voted for him because of the promises he made to them, some are also now hating him because some voted for him just because of the promises. He created this euphoria, the bottom ups. So some voted for him deliberately because of that. So these ones are also disappointed. They are now joining hands with those who never voted for him at all. So I'm seeing a very high possibility where, as time goes by, William Ruto is going to get more and more unpopular. And as he gets more and more unpopular, he is going to spoil chances for these leaders who are supporting him. We are seeing some leaders across the country, some who are even elected through Azimio, supporting him. He is going to make life very difficult for these leaders on the ground. And just about on Wednesday, we saw a Kenya Kwanza member of parliament being heckled live on camera in Kisii. He had gone there to distribute some money to the locals, but the locals told him very clearly, Ruto must go. He was in his constituency. So Ruto is going to make life very difficult for these elected leaders. And that's why I've always maintained again that as a smart politician, you should actually be very careful not to go against the people. Listen very well to what the ground is saying. If you don't listen to what the ground is saying, the moment the ground rejects you, it becomes very hard to earn back their trust. And this is what a good majority of these leaders supporting William Ruto are doing. They are making this blunder. They are allowing the ground to hate them. If the ground hates them, they'll have to work extra hard to earn back that trust. So a smart leader, in my honest opinion, should not be supporting William Ruto's government. And just as I've stated in our earlier video, it's true as of now, Ruto cannot win any popular vote. That's a fact. And for Kenyans to make sure that they seal all the loopholes Ruto plans on using, because Ruto is not working, maybe because he's now strategizing on how he will win 2027 without the popular vote. For Kenyans now to seal all those loopholes, they must make sure early enough they reject any leader who is supporting William Samoei Ruto. If they do that and also they deny him the presidential vote, whichever time an election is called, they will have killed William Ruto permanently, politically. As much as he might try to scheme, as long as Kenyans will reject him in totality and also reject leaders supporting him, Ruto will not succeed irrespective of what he will do. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. And in case you want to support our forum, because some have been asking for that, contact me through that number below. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.
All right. Asante. Haya, tunamaliza mkutano.